Bien, monsieur. So we have 4 possible suspects. The Russian countess, the English grande dame, the South African millionaire, and Monsieur Bernard Parker. Who is Mr. Parker, by the way? The question appeared to embarrass Mr. Hardman considerably. He is a young fellow. In fact, a young fellow I know. I had already deduced as much, replied Poirot gravely. What does he do, this Mr. Parker? He is a young man about town, not perhaps quite in the swim, if I may so express myself. How did he come to be a friend of yours, may I ask? Well, on 1 or 2 occasions he's performed certain little commissions for me. Continue, monsieur, said Poirot. Hardman looked piteously at him. Evidently the last thing he wanted to do was to continue, but as Poirot maintained an inexorable silence, he capitulated. You see, Monsieur Poirot, it is well known that I am interested in antique jewels. Sometimes there is a family heirloom to be disposed of, which, mind you, would never be sold in the open market or to a dealer. But a private sale to me is a very different matter. Parker arranges the details of such things. He's in touch with both sides, and thus any little embarrassment is avoided. He brings anything of that kind to my notice. For instance, the Countess Rosikoff has brought some family jewels with her from Russia. She's anxious to sell them. Bernard Parker was to have arranged the transaction. I see, said Poirot thoughtfully. And you trust him implicitly? I've had no reason to do otherwise. Monsieur Hardman, of these 4 people, which do you yourself suspect? Oh, Monsieur Poirot, what a question! They're my friends, as I told you. I suspect none of them, or all of them, whichever way you like to put it. I do not agree. You suspect one of those 4. It is not Countess Rosikoff. It is not Mr. Parker. Is it Lady Runcorn or Mr. Johnston? You drive me into a corner, Monsieur Poirot. You do indeed. I'm most anxious to have no scandal. Lady Runcorn belongs to one of the oldest families in England. But it is true, it is most unfortunately true, that her aunt, Lady Caroline, suffered from a most melancholy affliction. It was understood, of course, by all her friends, and her maid returned the teaspoons, or whatever it was, as promptly as possible. You see my predicament. So, Lady Runcorn had an aunt who was a kleptomaniac. Very interesting. You permit that I examine the safe? Mr. Hardman assenting, Poirot pushed back the door of the safe and examined the interior. The empty velvet-lined shelves gaped at us. Even now the door does not shut properly, murmured Poirot as he swung it to and fro. I wonder why. Ah, what have we here? A glove caught in the hinge. A man's glove. He held it out to Mr. Hardman. That's not one of my gloves, the latter declared. Aha, something more. Poirot bent deftly and picked up a small object from the floor of the safe. It was a flat cigarette case made of black moire. My cigarette case, cried Mr. Hardman. Yours? Surely not, monsieur. Those are not your initials. He pointed to an entwined monogram of 2 letters executed in platinum. Hardman took it in his hand. You're right, he declared. It is very like mine, but the initials are different. A B and a P. Good heavens, Parker. It would seem so, said Poirot. A somewhat careless young man, especially if the glove is his also. That would be a double clue, would it not? Bernard Parker, murmured Hardman. What a relief. Well, Monsieur Poirot, I leave it to you to recover the jewels. Place the matter in the hands of the police if you think fit. That is, if you are quite sure that it is he who is guilty. See you, my friend, said Poirot to me as we left the house together. He has one law for the titled, and another law for the plain, this Monsieur Hardman. Me, I have not yet been ennobled, so I'm on the side of the plain. I have sympathy for this young man. The whole thing was a little curious, was it not? There was Hardman suspecting Lady Runcorn, there was I suspecting the Countess and Johnston, and all the time the obscure Mr. Parker was our man. Why did you suspect the other 2? Pablo, it is such a simple thing to be a Russian refugee or a South African millionaire. Any woman can call herself a Russian countess. Anyone can buy a house in Park Lane and call himself a South African millionaire. Who is going to contradict them? But I observe that we are passing through Berry Street. Our careless young friend lives here. Let us, as you say, strike while the iron is in the fire. Mr. Bernard Parker was at home. We found him reclining on some cushions, clad in an amazing dressing gown of purple and orange. I have seldom taken a great...